Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me just go this side. Hello, lovely people. Oh, I was trying to go through this with my phone because I'm not liking the the view because I look so dark. Let me see. Did I switch on the light? So I look so dark. Hello, hello, hello. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I am posting this on my Facebook, so please let me know if you can see me. I see there are people who have logged in with me here. Please let me know if you can see me, you can hear me. Um, Hello, 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 hello. Please let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. Uh, just okay. I'm just posting this on my Facebook. Never hit okay, so never can see me. Oh, I cannot see the comments on the side, but I can see them there. I'm not sure why. Oh, I need to maybe live chat messages. Okay, I think yeah, I got it. Okay, we're going to begin in a second. Just while we're waiting for other people to log in with me. Right, done. So my husband changed my computer for whatever reason, and I feel like, oh my goodness, this is so dark. So I had already put a sort of a reminder that I'm going to go live. So I couldn't go with the phone, and I believe that the phone is better than this. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it anyway. Hello, Newa, and other people who are here with me. My name is Malebo. I am Coach Malebo, your holistic life coach and energy healer, and an award-winning author, and also a motivational speaker. Welcome to Malebo TV. If you are here for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel. Let us grow this community together. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of us, right? And we have, for the past 2 weeks, if you are joining us for the first time, for the past 2 weeks, we have been doing a manifestation program. I hope that you are enjoying the program. Can I have people who are who have been doing the program? Okay, I don't know who's that. Who's that comment? Can we have people who have been doing the program? Tell us how is the manifestation going on? What is it that they have manifested so far? Because I know a lot of people came into my WhatsApp telling me that your coach, I manifested 1, 2, 3. But how did you find the program? How did you find it for the past 2 weeks? And I think for me, the highlight has been the SMSs. Like, when am about to close my eyes, I will send myself a message from my other phone because I have two phones. So I will use my other phone. But you can always use your own phone if you only have one phone. So I have been like, I've been like, sending myself SMSs. And when I wake up, sometimes I wake actually these days, since I was vegan, I wake up at 3 and I know that, hey, I have to go and pray and, and connect with God and, those type of things. So when I wake up and I'll be like checking the time and I'll see those SMS, I'm like, girl, this is the money that you have. So please let us know, guys. Have you started the program yet? What have you manifested? Are you enjoying the program? To some people, they are not going to enjoy the program now. They are not going to manifest now. They're going to manifest later. To some people, they can manifest now, and it all it starts with your energy, the energy that you emit. Some people have got a lot of baggages, that may hinder them from even manifesting, and I am going to do a master class on that, on the healing process for people who believe that they want to go to a next level, and there's something that is holding them back. And you did the manifestation program, but it looks like or feels like you are not aligned to your truth. If you are here and you are that person, I'm going to be doing a manifesting a healing or manifestation, whatever, class somewhere in March. Yeah, I think it will be, because I've spoken to my hello small, I've spoken to my team. I think it's going to be on the 26th of March. Yes, and it's going to be 444 on the 26th of March. So there we will be getting deeper into why is it that you cannot manifest. Anyone can manifest everything, but it's all about your energy. So please let us know what is it that you have heard in the past. What is it that you enjoyed about the program? I, for one, enjoyed the SMSs. I don't know about other people. And yeah, also giving people money. There are, if you stay in Centurion, the side of Riverside, so I will go and fetch my son and crash, and I pass them. And when I pass there, there are people who are always cleaning there, and I'll just give them more. I didn't give them 10 rand. I made it more, so I was just like, girl, boy, twara, you know. So please, guys, share. Let us share about this. I want to open the program for today, the week 3. I hope you have gotten the manual that we are using. So, afternoon, coach. I haven't manifested anything, but blessing other people made me feel like a true blesser. Yes. Oh, guys, giving people money, it's like you have so much money. And when you are giving with that thing that you are not, it's not like you are thinking, oh my goodness, if I give them 10 rand, then tomorrow I'm not going to eat. When you are giving from that heart of, I'm giving this person, I'm not expecting anything back, I'm just like giving them because I appreciate them. Bona, that's where the magic happens. Anyway, so today we're talking about relationships, manifesting love, for people who are already in marriages. um we have been hearing about a lot of people divorcing, and it's not a good thing. I mean, even people, I have a friend of mine who has divorced, I think, 2 times, and she will tell you how devastating that process is. When you get married, you don't have that thing at the back of your mind that you're going to divorce, but then divorce happens, and you have to pick up where you left off. And I think, again, many women, I don't know about men, what I have seen is that many women lose themselves when they get into marriage. I have been told a lot of times, the way you are dressing is not like for married women. So we lose that thing that we have within ourselves, because we want to show up as the husband's wife. You want to show up as the mamang's wife, and in the process of marriage, it may be a problem. So today we're talking about that. If you are here, you are married, it's a good place for you. But if you are here and you are in a relationship, and I'm saying in a relationship, like you are clear, this is my boyfriend, I am. If there is anyone you don't know about them, right, when we it's a good place for you. And if you are single, you are here, it's also a good place for you, because when you are single, then you can start afresh. You can actually start from at the bottom, and you know how to manifest this love in your life. Many of us we do not know love, or we have not even felt loved or lovable, because of the things that we have been taught, in our past. uh, when you were a child and all of that, that hinders us from loving. That is why when I started this program, I said, let us operate from oneness. So I am small, I am the greatness bar, I am Neo. So I am not separate from these people just because they believe in something different than what I believe in. I am not different from these people if they are drinking and I'm not drinking, all of those things. We have to center ourselves with love, because the person, or and not even the person, the being that we worship, which is God, is love. The Bible said it, that He's love. And in other religions and cultures, we know that whoever that we believe is our higher power has got so much love. So we have to keep on operating within the realm of LOVE, so that we can be love in our marriage, we can be love in our relationships. And when you have love, actually, you can manifest everything. So the Bible said, God is love. So let us just take, for an example, God. What has God made? God created the entire universe with everything: planet Jupiter, planet Earth, and all our other planets within it. He could create because He is love. So you are not going to be able to create anything in your life if you are not operating in your truth. And your truth is that you are love, right? So this is what we need to tune ourselves into. Like the greatness bar said, that blessing other people, that is a form of love, right? So the purpose of a relationship, and I'm tackling this from a perspective of a religion called Christianity, but in really it's a basic knowledge type of a thing, right? So God created a man and a woman so that there can be multiplication. So you know that when Gosi, me and my husband, when we get together, we make love, we create more kids, so we are multiplying. But also we have been also created for us to take authority, for us to subdue the world, for us to also have power over anything that is not a human being. So we are the most powerful creatures. Well, some people are not in that power, but we are the most powerful creatures, that we have been given, this spirit of God that lives inside of us. So when the structure, which is the relationship, the marriage, that is not right, that is not operating from love, we will not be able to operate ourselves, even our kids, or even create more abundance for ourselves, because we are living in scarcity. We are living in what we are not, right? So God created us so that we can multiply and also subdue the world, and also create much more than what is in the world, right? So I see many people, I think this is what God spoke to me about this year, that I need to step in this relationship thing, because His children are actually struggling with relationships. So that is why I have sessions of healing couples. I have session of families, because we have to heal the structure of a family. We also have to heal the structure of couples, because the couple, or the married, whether married or single, they are going to breed more, they're going to have more, or they're going to multiply the right way. And when the multiplication happens, it has to happen from a point of love, right? So this is what I have been guided to. That is why I also included it in this program, that we need to fix our families through gratitude, obviously, and through generosity. We need to come together and understand that we are love. We are born in the image of God. We are love. So we have to operate in love so that we can create much more than that. And coming to think of it, when two people come together, so when my husband and I, when we got together on the basis of what we believe is love. So when two people come together, they come together for love. And then when they come together for love, then marriage happens. So they create marriage, and what else? Children happens. And now they start having a home, and they start having other things, because of the basic foundation was LOVE. And I know how many people will say, don't get into a relationship just because of love. But we have to embody the vibration of love. And yesterday it was Valentine's Day. I hope you have celebrated yourself. You have also celebrated the love of your life, right? So, relationships. So we're going to manifest love. If you are in a relationship already, or if you are married, you're going to manifest love through gratitude in your marriage. We need to like be always spiritually plugged in the vibration of love, because when, to be very honest, if you are in a relationship and the relationship is not working, some parts of you are not working. You know, when there was a time when I had to even cancel a session, you know, with a client. I had to go and speak somewhere. I had to cancel a session because my husband and I, we were fighting, and I couldn't stand in front of people and try to pretend like, oh my goodness, things are fine and all that. When where you are with your relationship, when you are not fine, you are also affecting other things, so you are unable to create. When for instance, you are in ministry, or you are a boss or something like that, you know, you hold a higher position or a leadership position, you know, you are unable to do a lot of things if at home is, you know, you are fighting, it's not right, you are unable to function. However, there are many people who have put that pretense thing that they can go and pretend, but you cannot pretend for a long time. Okay, so we have to manifest love. So I said relationship, people who are in a relationship, people who are married, and also people who are single. So the first one that we're going to do, let me just open here. You will read up the things that I have shared. The task here is to appreciate the people that we came through. So, your mother and your father. You know, there is a Bible verse that says that so that your days can be prolonged, right? Respect your mother and your father. But today, I want to change it to say, be grateful for your mother and your father, so that you can create the life that you want. Because in African spirituality, you know, that is the reason why people bapatla and then they do all those things, because we have this idea that when you thank the people who came before you, when you thank them for, you know, allowing you to do whatever, you know, the ceremony that people do at home, you are thanking them, you are grateful for the blessings. If you do believe in that, you are grateful for the blessings that they have brought into your life. And you know, the more you are grateful for them, the more they trust you with more blessings. So it's also in the Bible. You know, this one, it's more to me, what it speaks to me, it says, also be grateful for them. You cannot just respect people if you are not grateful for them, right? So be grateful for them, but you know, and when you are grateful for them, more will be trusted with you. You'll be able to create more and more, infinite more, you know, abundantly, you know, all of these things, right? So, what we're going to do is that you want to uh, uh, um, take your mom, for instance, and write 10 things that you are grateful for. Now, there are many, many people, guys, and I need to really say this. There are people who are saying they are born again Christians. There are people who are saying they are coaches, you know, a whole lot of other good things out there that we put titles and all those things. But they are not speaking to their parents. They do not have a good relationship with their parents. You know, I know a person who is preaching the word of God every day on Facebook. Like literally, they know scripture after scripture. But this person is not speaking to their mother. This person is also not speaking to the grandmother. Two people, but on scripture, it's like, yeah. You know, and the Bible talks about this, that if you, the first commandment is for you to love God. But the second one is that you have to love your brother. And the Bible says, if you are seeing this brother with your naked eyes and you don't love them, but you are claiming that you love me, God, that you are not able to see. You can't say God is a flower, God is what, he's black, he's Indian, he's white. If you are not loving this one that is next to you, you cannot claim that you love God, you know. So many of us, we have problems, and we want to blame the devil, we want to blame whatever that is there, that the devil is attacking the structure of families. No, it's not about the devil. Today we're going to take responsibility. Have you ever actually in your life said, Mom, I'm grateful that you gave birth to me, or my dad, I'm grateful that you gave birth to me? Have you ever went through that process? Because let me tell you something, you wouldn't have had what you had if your father's seed and your mother's seed were not connected together and brought you alive. You are not going to be there. So whether your mom or your dad, they have their own mistakes. They are people just like me. You see, Malebu, a coach, I have my own mistakes, like huge like this, right? So my mom and my dad also had or have their own mistakes. But I cannot now judge them because of those mistakes, right? So you want to take and really go back and appreciate your mother. And I'm not saying take them to a spa, do whatever. No, you have to write it down. You take 10 things that you are grateful for your mother. And yes, there are other people whose mothers or parents have passed away. But when your mom has passed away, maybe when you were young, you never had a relationship with her, you want to look at yourself, right? You look at your body, you look at what you have achieved, you look at all those things. And those things is for you to be grateful for your mother. So let's say today you are earning, or you have been promoted to another level in your life. Had your mother and your father not been there, made love, and all of this thing, had your mother's womb not been healthy, or you wouldn't have been here. So you want to look at yourself. Or only for people who did not have a relationship with their mothers or their fathers, and maybe they passed away at a very young age. You want to go and look at yourself and be grateful that I have this body because of you. I have this because, and we are not saying we are worshiping our mothers and all that, but we came through them. Now I know that I look like my father. I have features, like my father. My beauty, comes from both my mom and my dad, but my body comes from my mom. So what is it that I'm going to appreciate? I'm going to appreciate the structure, this body structure that people are trying. People, they go and for surgery, for all these things, trying to look like me. Well, not necessarily like me, but having a body that looks like my body, right? So now when I appreciate my mom, I'm going to appreciate that I appreciate the body structure that you have, because you have passed it down to me. And today, yes, I gym so that I can enhance my body, but also my structure is well, created or whatever, right? So you want to do that. For those who do not know their fathers, because in South Africa we have a problem of fathers running away, you also want to look at yourself and the things that you have achieved. You want to thank your father. Your father has made a seed, even though he ran away. He made that seed, and then you are alive today. You did not run away from yourself. You are still here. So you want to thank him for all that he did, even running away. The running away is actually teaching you something. Some people here are my clients who always come to me and they're like, I don't have a relationship with my father, and my father never even wanted to know me and all that. And today you are healing that, so that you can do what? You can relate to men. So you want to thank your father for running away, because now you are in a healing journey to heal yourself, so that you can relate to men. So that's what you're going to do. 10 things about your father, 10 things about your mother. So this one, I don't want to say every day do it, right? I want you to do it when you are led. So day one, you can do your father, and day two, you can do some other person and all that. I'll tell you about everybody who's here, right? Before I even forget, where we grew up from, right? how we grew up, and how we view our, actually even more important, how we view our parents, um, will then determine how we're going to relate with the world around us. Okay, so how we view our parents actually determines how we're going to relate with other people. And some people do not relate to their fathers, and they are having difficulties to relate to a man, to a man in a relationship. So sometimes we are seeing people divorcing and all that. It's not because they are bad people, but because they cannot relate with one another because of the things that they have been taught to believe about love. Right? So I know people who, like when you are married, I'm married ko Gatsindi, and sometimes even actually most of the time you attract who you are. So my family, we are not perfect. Listen to me, we are not perfect. But one thing that we were taught to do is to mind our own business. So I am married, my brother is married, and my sister is married. So three others are not married as yet. So you will never hear me interfering in my brother's marriage, that the wife is doing one, two, three, or my sister's married, and then they will never also interfere with me, right? They love us. When I'm married to a foreigner, to be to be precise. I'm married to my husband comes from Zimbabwe, and they did not want to say, why are you marrying a foreigner, what. We mind our own business and we send people love. Now when I got married into these Zimbabweans, lovely Zimbabweans, um my mother-in-law, we are relating to one another. You will never hear me saying, I don't want my mother-in-law because whatever, right? um so you will never, I don't have problems with my sisters-in-law. And my husband and I, we make our own decisions, and we don't have family trying to tell us, no, buy a house there and all those things, right? But we have people who are struggling to relate to their mothers-in-law, and even relate to sisters-in-law and brothers-in-law, only because where they are coming from, they have attracted it. So what you currently have in your marriage and relationship, it's what you are coming with. And your husband or your wife or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you are actually attracted to one another because you do not know love. Love means that if somebody comes and say, I am drinking alcohol, or I am sleeping with 50 other men, you will never see me like, hey, why are you sleeping with other? No, I just listen, and I heal where I have to. I say what I have to and mind my own business, right? So what you were taught from home also determines how you're going to relate to other people. Some people never had a father figure, so they cannot relate to a man. Some people never had a man, a mother in their lives, so they cannot relate to women. That is why, and some people have both parents present in their lives, but they were there, but they were not present. So with that, they cannot relate to men. Some would relate to men in a way that I need to give myself over to them. I need to lay down my life to them because you have never been taught love. So today, you want to really appreciate. Our parents have made so many mistakes, but we want to appreciate them. When you appreciate them, and actually, when you do all these exercises, guys, don't just do an exercise because Coach Malibu said that. I want you to pray. I want you to be in the vibration of love. When you truly and honestly write about the father that was never present in your life, writing about a father, some people have told me that their fathers raped them. You want to go through a gratitude from a place of love. So you have to vibrate in love. So maybe think of a time when you felt loved. Yes, that's English. When you felt loved. I always like when I do a meditation and maybe the meditation instructor says, think about a time in your life when you felt loved. I have it vividly, and every time when I think of it, I start embodying that emotion, that feeling of love. Okay, so do that. You want to write those things from a place of love. And yes, I'm not saying that you forget about what they did to you and all that, but you want to appreciate. There's something that you can appreciate about your parents, right? So you want to do that, write that, and then after you write it, you want, if your parents are still alive, you want to send them appreciation. So I spoke about my family, the first part, right? The second part is not nice because we are not like lovey-dovey family. We are not. You will never hear me calling my mom and I'll say, "Yo, I love you." Like nope. I have never like done that. But I'm challenging myself to actually make that call, and I say, I appreciate you. All of these things that I'm writing, I'm going to tell my mom. Summarize them and say, I appreciate that, what 1, 2, 3, 4, and I love you. Because some of us, we are never taught to say I love you to even your father, and my father is late now. I cannot, say these words to him, but I will write it down and I will say, for this and this and this and this, I love you for choosing to be my father, for allowing me to come through you, right? So you want to start awkward conversations. Yes, we are old and we have never been taught that. I mean, I'm turning 34. I've never said to my mom, I love you, but I'm going to start tomorrow saying, hey, you know what, yeah, Nigeri so and so so, and then I love you. And it's kind of that thing of passing. You want to actually have that conversation. Okay. Hello, woman's second chance. um that's what you want to do. And then the second one, um you want to appreciate your siblings. And then again, we have people who do not relate to their siblings. Again, that is a problem, because how are you going to relate to your husband or your wife siblings when you get married? Because you cannot relate to your own blood. So you want to, if you have 10 siblings, you can just write 10 things about each of them in a day-to-day basis, that I appreciate you, I am so happy and grateful that you are in my life, you have taught me this, you have taught me that. And also send them love. If they are still alive, call them and send them love. I promise you guys, before my dad passed away, um we had a disagreement with my father. And I was so angry at my father. How can you say that? So I was supposed, I got married in 2016, right? And it was in December. So I was supposed to be sent for, after you get married, you have to be sent to your home, to your new home, or to your mother-in-law. And that's in Zimbabwe, right? And when I was telling my father, he did not like want to entertain that. He was like, girl, figure out how you can do this. And I'm like, how can you do that to me? I was so like angry, like, but we didn't like, shout at each other, because I couldn't shout my own dad. But I was angry. Kore, why is this person saying this? I mean, you are my father. I'm expecting you to tell me, because you have sent my sister away. Was the problem that I got married in Zimbabwe and all those things. And 2 weeks later, my father passed away. So I understood that, oh, this person didn't want to be part of this Zimbabwean trip because he knew that he was going. And now I am here. I had a grudge and all these things. I had to actually pray about it. So you want to tell your siblings now, when they are still alive, I appreciate you. I know that you have siblings that are always asking you for money, that are always like, only the time when they talk to you is when they are asking you for money. And then you want to appreciate those moments, that you made me learn how to say no. You made me learn how to do 1, 2, 3. You want to appreciate them. And also call them, or send them an SMS or a WhatsApp and say, I appreciate you. Tell them while they are still alive. Okay. Um, and then, if you are not in a relationship, so this one, you can do it even if you are in a relationship or in a marriage. But I don't want you to start thinking about your ex in a certain way. That is why I said, in when you are not in a relationship, you want to go back to the time your ex, preferably the person who you have been with for at least a year or 6 months. I know that relationships that last for 3 months, but you can also be grateful for that. They have taught you something. I know with my ex, which I don't know, I have done that part way back. So my ex taught me money. When I'm talking about money, that I want to manifest this money, what. He taught me that. He actually taught me that when I was still, I think I was still working and I was earning 4,000 by that time. He deposited 150,000 in my account. Lord knows I felt like I was a millionaire by that time. So he taught me about money. And when we broke up, which was a very, harsh, hectic breakup, after a long time, I had to go back and really appreciate the things that he was doing for me, helping me learn about money, helping me drive and all these things, what we did. So you want to also go back. Even if you have a child with this person and you are not talking to them and, hell break loose, you want to go and find those good things that they have taught you, those things that they did for you, and appreciate. I'm so happy and grateful that in our relationship we had time to speak. In our relationship, I actually could put you on Facebook. There are other people who cannot put their partners on Facebook, guys. That's how hectic this relationship is. But when you could put them in on Facebook or on social media, and yes, the relationship didn't work, but it's also okay, right? So you want to also appreciate your ex. If you are led, this is not part of it, but if you are led, you can also say, hi mamang, I want to appreciate you today. But don't do it with the idea that I want to get this person back. And if that person is married, leave them alone. Don't even say anything, just appreciate them. You are doing energy work, and that's it. And they will also feel and sense that you have actually forgiven them, and you are actually now on a process of being grateful that they were in your life, right? And for people who in a relationship, right? You want to appreciate your partner. So for all of these things, you are going to write 10 of each person that you are appreciating. And it's not a day-to-day thing. You can today decide that you're going to appreciate your mom. The next day you can appreciate your sister. The next day you can appreciate your child, all of that, right? The other one that you want to do is to also appreciate your partner. So if you are married or you are in a serious relationship, you want to appreciate your partner. And if you are even staying with them, that's good. You want to, I feel like there's a phone ringing here, but you want to if you are staying with them, like I'm staying with my husband, you want to appreciate them for the things that you want to do something for them. My husband went and bought these flowers yesterday, because I was telling him that, hey Mugaina, I want flowers only for Valentine's. I want flowers only. If you're taking me out, then it's cool, but I want flowers only. So he went and bought these flowers, which was like 800 or 1,000. And he's like, what? And he came with the flowers, appreciating me. But I also want to appreciate him for what he has been doing for me, right? So you want to do something for them. For an example, my husband likes when I cook stew in a certain way. So tomorrow I will cook stew for him. I'll cook for him. I don't normally cook like everyday thing, but I'll cook for him and do something for him that he likes. So even you know your partner, you know what is it that they like, you know what they don't like. And it doesn't have to be a money thing, guys. Even just sitting down and saying, babes, I really appreciate you for being in my life, what, that is also good, right? So you want to go through that process of appreciating them. But firstly, write 10 things. This is for you to know 10 things that you appreciate about them, that you're grateful for, and then do something for them. Also, your children and everyone that is in the structure of a family, that I didn't mention. So it's all about family. That what we are doing is all about family. So you can even appreciate your mother-in-law, you can appreciate your brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is the craziest. I actually am married to a very crazy type of, I'm blessed with those. So he is learning Zulu and he's learning Tswana. So every morning he is sending me some other things which the spelling, for example, it's not the correct spelling, and he's like, yeah, dumelang, likai, and all those things. So you can also appreciate your in-laws. And even if you have a problem with your mother-in-law, you want to look at the things that are working, that you want to appreciate. Your mother-in-law has brought your husband, or or your wife, right? So you want to appreciate them, and also appreciate your children, for people who have children. Now I know, guys, you see the level where I am today, this level of teaching, of healing, of doing this. Before Ngosi, I was never this person. Of course, I have been an ambitious person, and actually, most of the time in my business, I was making money through corporate, which 2020, then things were like, nope, girl, there is no corporate anymore. But my son, when he came into my life in 2019, I had this edge in me that I needed to upgrade my life, and that's when I started meditating. I started doing a whole lot of course, energy healing course. I did meditation, I did health and nutrition, because I was just finding myself, something in me after Ngozi said, you need to upgrade, you need to elevate, you need to go to another space in your life. You cannot be sitting here. I did not know that COVID was going to happen. I did not know anything about that. But something just said, yes, you can still have corporate engagements and all that, but you need to come back home to yourself and elevate yourself. And the more I did that, the more now I have, I don't know how many clients all over the world. you know so you want to also appreciate your children, bagana stress. Like yesterday, because he was crying, I didn't know what he was crying for. And I went on thing. There was a time when I actually read that when children are under distress or something, just give them the crayon and they color. Then I gave this person the crayon, and then he started saying color, color, and then he colored, and then I was like, oh, okay. So he's teaching me how to elevate this parenting thing. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to appreciate, call these people if you have to, tell them. Remember, it is gratitude that we are manifesting with. It is gratitude and generosity. And generosity comes from love. You cannot be generous if you don't have love. Huh? Okay, if my parents are late, do I appreciate my in-laws? So if your parents are late, start with them. You want to remember the time when they were still alive. What is it that they were doing for you? The things that you want to appreciate, right? And then you can also appreciate your in-laws. If your in-laws are still alive, you want to call them and say, hey, mother-in-law, wait, see, I love you. Just that awkward conversations, just sparking love. And you want to do it from a vibration of love. Like I said, go back to a time when you felt like, you're here, I was loved. The moment when you in your mind, you can see that, start embodying that vibration before you can call them. Maybe you have been fighting with your mother-in-law, or maybe there has been a bad vibe, but that day you want to vibrate in love. You can do this, a self-love meditation here on my channel. You can do the self-love meditation, and after that, then you go. Or you can just meditate, sit in silence, and command the universe in you. I command the universe in me to instantly connect me with the love in abundance, so that I can call my mom, or my mother-in-law, whoever that you want to call, even the brother that you haven't been speaking to in the longest time, or your cousin, whoever. Really, today or this week, we are going to embody love. That is why I said I am love. So because you are love, you are going to start awkward conversations that people in your family never wanted to start. There are families that you are not talking to, your relatives that you are not talking to, because somebody said 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to start those conversations. Go and find them on Facebook. If you don't have their numbers, ask them, hey, I need your number. And then you call them, I appreciate you for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you, I love you, goodbye. That's how we are embodying love. When you embody this love, when you have this courage of appreciating especially people in your bloodline, your mom, your sisters, your children, and all the people in your bloodline, your relatives. You will be able to empower yourself to really love another person. You will also actually have the idea that, my mom left me and went to drink and, left me for many, many years with another man. I had to, be taken care of by my grandmother and all these things. But actually, this person, I love her because she did one, two, three, and four for me. And she's also a person, she has her own mistakes. And then now in your marriage, in your relationship, and your in-laws and everybody in that you are in a relationship with, you will be able to look at them with the lens of love, because that's what we want to do. We want to look at people with the lens of love. I hope I made sense. Mina, is this like becoming so tough for you? Oh, Nkosi yami, wabo, guys, let us fix, when a marriage or a relationship is not right, hey, kuba hectic. That is why other people opt for a divorce, because like you feel like you have been held back by your partner and things like that. There was a time I remember I went to a healing session and they were like, "What do you think is holding you back?" Many years ago, and I was like, "I think my husband is holding me back." Because Beku tense, that you thinking that this person even has my money. I'm supposed to be getting my money, but he is blocking me. So you want to vibrate from love so that you can attract love in your life. All right. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can write them. Anyway, on Saturday, guys, on Saturday, we are having um um, a meditation session. Yes, a meditation session, and we also have a waterfall. So for people who have been watching my videos, and I will be talking about cleansing and all that. Yeah, quit cleansing, guys. So the meditation session and the hike session is 300 rand. The price will be at 12 p.m. on Friday, because I just want to arrange how we're going to eat. This time I'm not going to cook anything. So should you want to be part of it, please do contact me, or you can my number is 0711472389. You can contact me on WhatsApp or any of my social media platforms. I'm at Coach Malebo on all my social media platforms, right? And then on the 29th of April, yeah, that long weekend, the last weekend, it's a long weekend. We are going for healing. Today I was booking a hotel because of something. There's something that I'm doing, and I realized that the money that I charged, that I charged people for the retreat is actually the money I'm paying just to sleep and have breakfast, nothing else. So in that retreat, it's 4,500, but you are also going to get, activities. You are going to get healing. You are going to get a whole lot of other things. And there's a book launch which is for you VIPs who are coming for the session Inspire the woman within a retreat. So should you want to be part of it, you book with 1,000 rand and we'll take it from there. Otherwise, I shall see you next week again for our last session. I hope you are feeling this vibration of love. I hope you are also still enjoying your Valentine's. I am going to enjoy my Valentine's still, even the whole week. I am going to be vibrating with these energies of love, and hope to see you at the hike. All right, goodbye.